Hey docs, hope you are doing well. I want to talk a little bit about preferred labs, one of my favorite subjects. I know, don't shut this off right now. You're like, oh man, labs, I don't want to talk about it. Honestly, it is one of my passionate things that I want to talk about because there's a lot of history with labs and myself. When I was first earlier on in my career, I was bouncing around in labs. I think in dental school they teach us, right? It's always the lab's problem, not your problem. Until I met this one technician. This one technician said to me, AJ, I see 50 different doctors' work come across this table. If you want to be in the top 5 of those doctors, we're going to have to open up communication. You're going to have to accept feedback, and you're going to have to give me feedback. Once we're able to do that, you're going to see the product get better. You're going to see me get better. You're going to get better. Your patients are going to be happier. And by golly, that's exactly what happened. And as I started building Decision One, and we got like 15 doctors, those 15 doctors had the exact same communication with Todd. And if they were having some sort of problem, I was able to communicate with Todd in his lab and say, hey, listen, you got to help out Dr. John over there. He's having this trouble. He keeps saying the contacts are wrong. It enabled us to have a great line of communication. It also enabled Todd to be able to give us some CE and to teach our doctors some new techniques and some new things. It also enabled us to go ahead and negotiate with Todd better pricing. Same product, better pricing. Why? Because we had 15 doctors coming in. And so why is all that important? Because it's the same thing at Smile Brands, and that's why preferred labs are that important to us. Preferred labs allow us that communication. They want your business. They want to earn your business. And if there's a problem, believe me, there's always problems with labs. I'm happy, Dr. Welliver, Dr. Genta, we're happy to jump in. But it's hard to jump in on the lab and help you when we're not using a preferred lab. When we're using just some regional lab that we have no relationship, it's very difficult to have that communication. The other aspect is our preferred labs are sponsoring and helping us elevate the standard of care. Different courses, different CE, and other things that they do, which are very valuable to our career. And then finally, the one of the aspects is being able to negotiate with those labs. We have a lot of leverage on that. We're able to negotiate the same product that our colleagues are paying triple, double for. We are getting at a certain price because of our size, not because they're using lesser quality or anything like that. That would be the dumbest thing they ever did because they would lose our business in a second. But it is because we are able to have that leverage. Also, everybody, I think it's important to know that lab world has changed completely. When I first got in business with Todd, there was a guy that would go ahead and take my impression. They would pour stone in there. Then there would be somebody in there that was doing the wax up. Then there would be somebody doing the metal work. Then somebody stacking the porcelain on there. And then somebody that's finishing it. All those people then started to go away when we started to mill crowns, and zirconium became a big deal. Now you'd send an impression in, they would scan it, and then they would mill it, or they would design it. There was a designer there. They had probably 15 designers in there designing crowns, and then they would mill it overnight and then finish it in the morning. Now it's almost completely a digital workflow. You send an impression in there, yeah, maybe somebody's scanning it. But if you send a scan in, no one's touching it. It's going right into the computer system. AI now is designing all our crowns. There's no designers in there designing crowns. AI is seeing millions and millions of crowns, and that enables us to have an unbelievably designed crown. And then it mills the crown, and then we're moving to finishing. The accuracy and the consistency is so better right now with a digital workflow on that. Because there's not a lot of people touching the crown, not a lot of human beings, they're able to decrease the cost of a crown. It's one of the few things in dentistry that has actually decreased in cost. So when that is decreased, plus we're able to negotiate a better price, that's why doctors are looking and going, why is this crown so inexpensive? Oh my gosh, it's gotta be, I used to pay $130, $140 a crown. So if I'm paying $50 a crown, there's something must be wrong with this. No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a change in how the workflow is, a change in the materials that has allowed something to be better and less expensive. Again, one of the few things that we can say about that. So I want to recap having great communication with the lab, especially our preferred labs, because they want our business and we have a relationship with them, helps tremendously. Also, it helps us be able to negotiate some really great pricing. Okay, why does that matter to everybody? If you ever taken my business course, P plus S equal SB, if you are not business focused, you're not people first, our patients and team members rely on us to have a great, stable business. And as we know, cost is going up. So anywhere where we can help save cost, and when you could save cost and have a better product, man, that is the best thing possible. And that's what our preferred labs enable us to do. So from a cost standpoint, we're able to do that. And then of course, our preferred labs give us a lot of things that we need. Education, CE, elevating the standard of care courses, all those things are helped by our preferred labs. So I want to encourage you all, please, as you see on this email, use one of our preferred labs. You have a problem, if you don't listen to anything today, just remember this, please get a hold of me, get a hold of Dr. Wellebeer, Dr. Genta. You have any problem with these preferred labs, we want to make sure that you have an absolutely awesome experience with it. Thank you so much for listening.